friends, it's Lynn from Bucket List Homestead. Thanks for dropping by. So this week's video is going to be a little something different. It still is homemaking and homesteading and all that good stuff, but my husband turned 50 yesterday, and about a week ago he sat down with me and he realized that his healthy habits haven't been so great lately. Honestly, neither one of us have been. And he's realized turning 50 is a pivotal moment, that he realized he needs to take some control, lose some weight, and get back into the healthier lifestyle. And I am all on board with this. It's much easier when you have a partner who's on board with you to help get into these habits. So we have made a deal for the next 21 days. We are going to eat healthy meals. We are doing low carb, not keto, just low carb. For instance, if we know we're going to have maybe something carby at supper, we are going to be really good the rest of the day. So nothing too crazy, just trying to make better habits. And why 21 days? Because it takes 21 days to get rid of a bad habit and develop a new habit. So that's why we're going to do it. So one of the things, I'm going to be in charge of the nutrition part of this little lifestyle change, and I'm going to be doing meal planning. And one of the reasons I'm recording this, I'm going to share this because I want this to make me be held accountable. I'm not great at meal planning. I'll do really good for a while and then I fall off the wagon with it. And honestly, for us, because I've been on this weight loss journey for a while, meal planning is the key to helping me have healthier habits. It really, really is. So we sat down this morning and we made our meal plan for this week. And I've already taken out tomorrow's whole chicken because we're having roast chicken tomorrow. And today for lunch, we're going to have a salad. And I've got a chicken breast ready to go into the oven. I'm going to add some chicken to give us some protein to our salad. But yeah, so we are going to meal plan, and I'm going to take you along each night with our meals. It's not going to be anything too fancy, especially this first week. And then next week, I'm hoping to add some more different flavors and some more dishes to our meal plan. But this week we're going to just go a little bit easier. And yeah, so tonight's supper is actually going to be beef soup that I started late Friday evening. I actually started it. And we're also hoping to have it for lunches throughout the week. So I've already got that going in the crock pot. I just have, I had a packet of stew beef cubes, and we had a roast a couple of nights ago, beef roast, that we had quite a bit left over, so I chopped a lot of that up and threw that in. And I added the carrots, so they'll be nice and soft, because my husband does not like carrots that are even a little bit raw. And I'm going out to the garden, and I'm going to get some yellow beans, and I'm going to add them. And then later today, I'll add some corn, and I'm not sure. We'll see what other vegetables we have. But these are vegetables that don't take long because they're already cooked, so I didn't want them cooking and becoming basically mush all day. So yeah, so we are on this journey this week. So tonight I will show you our beef soup, and I just added some homegrown garlic, some homegrown oregano, some homegrown basil, some salt, which isn't homegrown. I feel like I added something else and I can't remember. No, I think that was it. And that's all I added. And I big, like, heaping tablespoons at least of it. And then homegrown beef broth. That's what I added. I added 1 liter jar and 1 500 milliliter jar beef broth, and then just added a little bit more water just to get it up to where I wanted. And yeah, and it's been slow cooking for the last 2 days. It smells amazing. And we're looking forward to having that tonight. Something easy on our stomachs to ease us into this detoxing, because this is going to be I think this week is going to be the hardest. My husband thinks all the weeks are going to be the hardest. Or rather, I think this week will be a little bit easier because, you know, you're all gung-ho and I've got my first menu planning and everything. I think next week's going to be the hard week. So, yeah, pretty looking forward to it. We're cutting out refined sugar. I will still have my honey in my tea, but we've been eating a lot of pre-made things lately, and I'm feeling it. My energy levels are like gone, and I miss that. I liked it when I had all this energy and not feeling so great. And I think a lot of it is our choices we've been making, and I can see it. You can see our other habit is we are going to be going to bed at a decent hour together too. We've gotten really bad about staying up really late or watching things on our tablets in bed, and that we've gotten really bad with that, and we never used to. So we're cutting that out because we know sleep is important too. Very important. So, okay, I will see you back here at supper time tonight. So there is day one of taking back our health supper. Very nutritious, filling, and we have lots left for lunch this week. See you tomorrow for day two. Day two of Meals of the Week, Eating Healthy Reboot. It's a long title. So tonight is simple. Like I said, I'm keeping the meals fairly simple this week. And then because this past weekend was so busy with David's birthday and everything. So I'm going to really sit down this weekend and think of some new things. I want to get my wok out and make some chicken fried rice and stuff. But anyway, so tonight, simple, we're doing a roast chicken. I'm sure you all know how to do a roast chicken. This is not a tutorial. This is how I make it. And it is not fancy because my family would kill me if I did anything too weird or different with the chicken. So I have a whole chicken here that I took out of the freezer yesterday. That's probably about a half a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. I just spray over the top. And I have about a half a cup of water. Sometimes I'll put chicken broth in here, but I didn't want to, all my chicken broth's in pretty big containers right now. I need to make some and do them in smaller. So I know I won't use it all. I don't think I'll use it the rest of the week either. So I'm just going to do some water. And that is it. Like seriously, could not get simpler than that. It is a little after 2 o'clock. I wanted to get this in a few minutes ago, but I had my mammogram. I just got home from that. So, ladies, if it's been a while, make your appointment and go get squished. Get it done. Okay, so oven's on. I'm just waiting for it to come up, 325, and I slow cook it for about 2 hours until it comes out about 157, 158 Fahrenheit, and then it gets to 160 within a couple of minutes of sitting out. And that's it. That is easy peasy. No fancy stuff, because like I said, I think one time I sprinkled a little bit of sage, and I think I put a lemon in the carcass, and boy did I hear about it. They did not care for that at all. So there's my oven. We're also going to have carrots I got from the garden last night. These are the ones I planted for spring. Not too bad. There's a couple of good sized ones and some that aren't so big, but they're edible. We'll have them for supper tonight. I'm going to steam them in my steamer, and I'm going to open a can of yellow beans that I canned a couple weeks ago, and maybe some rice. I don't think we'll do potato, but I think we'll do some rice tonight. And I've been really good today, very low carb. I kind of had breakfast really late, so I wasn't hungry for lunch, but I'm a little hungry now, so I think I'm going to have like a cheese stick, a couple of cheese sticks, and maybe a pepperoni stick. And that's it, folks. Day two will be done. I'll show you right after I get done talking here, because the magic of video, what our plates look like, and that will be it. And tomorrow's my favorite. Tomorrow night is taco night, Taco Tuesday. So I plan on getting some things done there. Sorry, the puppy was getting in the older dog's food. So yeah, I'll show you our plates, and tomorrow night, like I said, is Taco Tuesday, and I'm hoping to use a lot of things from the garden for our supper tomorrow night. So there we go, folks, day two. Well, interesting. I'm pretty sure I overslept, and my husband got up this morning, and I'm assuming he took some soup to work today for his lunch. I hope he did. And I have to go get Aiden at 4 o'clock from cross country today. So luckily Grace will be here, so she'll keep an eye on the chicken, but I don't expect it to be done until about 4:30. So there we go. Day two in the books. Hers. His. See you tomorrow. Day three of Meals of the Week, rebooting our health, my husband and I, and I'm just going to say the detoxing has hit me today. Oh my gosh, I've had a headache all day, but a little bit more energy, but the headache's been a bit of a pain. So it's Tuesday, it's Taco Tuesday, but I'm going to do it a little bit different. Definitely doing it low carb, and yeah, we're going to do it a little bit different tonight. So right now I have in my skillet I want to say 2 pounds. Yes, 2 pounds of ground beef, and doing a double batch because this way we'll have some leftovers for lunch this week. So I'm just going to brown that up. So while that's doing its thing, make sure I get that on. Still learning this new oven. It's the right burner, right? Yep, okay. I already made up my pico de gallo, which is in the refrigerator. And my pico de gallo is, I'm using cherry tomatoes from my own garden, bell peppers from my own garden, a purple onion from my own garden, garlic from my own garden. The only thing that I didn't use was the lime juice, obviously. That's not from my garden. And I could have used cilantro from my garden because it is coming back for the fall garden. I'm so happy. I hope to harvest some later this week and get dehydrating. But I still have a tube of cilantro that I bought that I need to use up. So I used a little bit of that instead. So that is in the refrigerator, just sitting. We don't like things very, very spicy, so I don't use jalapenos or anything. The only thing that gets spicy is the taco seasoning I put in the hamburger. And that is my pico de gallo, and I love it. I actually like that better than salsa, and I use it as salsa. I'm hoping to try canning some this week. We're going to see how it goes. I'm not sure because pico de gallo is something you eat fresh. But, you know, if I like it better than salsa, I can use it as salsa. I'm going to try. We're going to see how it works. So I also have cut up an orange pepper from my garden. I love that. That is so cool. And I'm going to get my husband to shred some sharp cheddar cheese. He is the cheese shredder in the house because I don't feel like dirtying up my food processor. And I hate shredding cheese. I hate it. So I'm going to get out another skillet and cook up those bell peppers. And I'll show you what we're going to be using instead of shells tonight. We're going to be doing taco salad. I almost forgot to add my taco seasoning to the meat. So this is my homemade taco seasoning. I actually did a video when I was doing the pantry challenge back in January, and I will link it up here or at the end. Because again, it's not very, very spicy. Because I know there's people out there like us who don't like things that hurt when you eat. So it's about, I use about 2 tablespoons. I might use a little more because this is a lot of ground beef. All right, 3 tablespoons tonight. I'm just going to give that a stir. Turn it down a bit. Okay, I got my other skillet warming up, and I'm going to put the peppers in there. We like these as a topping, but my husband's not a huge fan of them raw. I am. But he's not, but that's okay, because I don't mind them cooked as a topping for the taco salad. Okay. And I have very different tastes when it comes to food. To be frank, he eats a lot more things than he used to when we were first married. A few years ago, he wouldn't even eat bell peppers. So he's eating bell peppers now, so that's not too bad. So what I did was I bought 2 salad kits. So his is going to be Caesar, and mine is this. If you've watched any of my grocery haul videos, you know I am absolutely in love with this Twisted Caesar. It's avocado Caesar dressing. This is amazing. Like, I cannot tell you how much I love this salad. I'm actually trying to figure out how to make that dressing myself because it's the dressing more than anything I love. I mean, the toppings are amazing too because you get yellow and blue corn, tortilla strips, which I can do, corn kernels, which are so good, grated Parmesan. Like, I can do that myself. So I am trying to figure out my own dressing. So this is going to be our shells for tacos tonight. We're just going to put everything on top of these. And I don't have to take out guacamole because I already got avocado in the dressing. So, yay, I've been looking forward to this all day. So when I'm doing something like this, I like to use my pasta bowls. So I'm going to open my husband's first. Do you want any of this on your taco? Scissors. I got more salad than you do. You want some of mine?
No.
Okay. David is shredding the cheese. So there is our lettuce. So this is what comes in mine. The kernels, the tortilla chips, and this chips. Not chips, chips. And this amazing dressing. It's so good. So basically we're just gonna, add everything to the lettuce that you do with your taco. I'm just gonna use my dressing too. All right, we're gonna open these. I think my hamburger is very close to being done. Let's do it. I just cook these till I start seeing a little bit of color on them. And those are done. And this is hamburger from our local farmer, Search Farms, that we got our quarter cow from, and we get other packages of beef from them. And you can see there's no grease at all in this pan. There's none. I think there is absolutely none. Sometimes I even have to add a little bit. So very, very yummy. Okay, I think we're ready to start building our salads. Hamburger. There's still lots of hamburger, so don't worry about using all of it. And then I'm going to put on some of my peppers. Did you already take some of these? Peppers. Cheese. Got to have the cheese. Dressing. My beautiful pico de gallo. This, I wish we had smell-o-vision because this smells so good. And then my topping. I'm going to save the rest of that and that for lunch tomorrow. And there we go, folks. Look at that. It looks like a lot. I know I probably won't eat it all. Then again, I've been doing very, very good. And you don't, let me finish. You don't even miss the taco shell, seriously. You really don't. And look how pretty that is. And how many of the things are from my own garden. It's so cool to me. So there we go, end of day 3 of getting our salads back in shape and healthier and just eating better. And I mean, come on, this is just as good as anything you're gonna get at a restaurant. So we'll see you tomorrow for day 4. Day 5 of the health reboot, and that's what we're calling it. My friend Mary Lynn on my live last night called it a reboot, and I said that's perfect. So I'm just doing a little meal prep. Again, I gotta go get Aiden from cross country here in just a little bit. So to make my life a little easier, I'm doing some meal prep. Just gonna bring this down. And tonight we're actually gonna have some carbs. So I'm cutting up some potatoes that I grew. And these are, if you've seen my video when I grew potatoes, and I will link that here somewhere, either as a card or at the end. But these are the pink ones that I found at Lowe's, the organic pink potatoes. And they are pink, they're beautiful. They almost, cutting them up like this, it kind of looks like kielbasa. So I am just going to cut these up, and we're going to roast these in the oven with some butter. And that's it. It's our favorite way to have potatoes like this. So tonight is pork chops tonight. We actually haven't had pork in a while, so I'm actually looking forward to having that. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut them up all about the same size, put a couple tablespoons of butter, and then I roast them really high in the oven, like 450, maybe even 475. And cook them for as long as I can, usually anywhere from a half hour to 45 minutes. I like them to get a little crispy. And my husband's gonna take care of the pork tonight on the barbecue. I'm just gonna add some organic barbecue sauce to them. And I've thought out a couple extra for leftovers this week. And our son actually will eat pork. Our daughter doesn't, but our son does. So he'll be having some of that tonight too. And I want to get this all done. We're going to run some errands this evening. So I want to get this all done. And I don't want to go before supper because then we fall into bad habits. And we'll pick whatever's quick or whatever. So, all right. So I'll see you back here when we have those pork chops sizzling on the barbecue. Oh, yes. And I'm going to do some corn on the cob from the freezer, from that corn that I froze last month or July. When did we do that? Into July, August. So yeah. So I'm really curious to see. I'm gonna take it frozen right out and put it into hot boiling water. That's how I'm gonna try it and see how it goes. So I'm fingers crossed it's gonna be delicious. One of the errands we're gonna run, I'm gonna try and find myself another steamer at a thrift store tonight because I really, really need that for our meals. I love that thing. That was actually our second or third one since we've been married. That's how often I use them. At least 5 days a week, sometimes 6. So we'll see you back here when it's pork time. So potatoes have just come out of the oven. These pink potatoes, they kept their color, which is kind of cool. But am I the only one who thinks they look like kielbasa? Anyway, I tasted one. They're not bad, but they're very, very soft. Maybe they're not probably the kind I should be using for like this, but I can't imagine making mashed potatoes out of them either. But they're yummy. And corn that we froze last month. And the pork is just about ready to come. I'll show you our plates when we're done. So I left the pork chop whole because I wanted you to see the beautiful grill marks David got on it. These are very, very thick, like this. So this might be half of what I eat tonight, and that'll be lunch tomorrow. So here's hers, and here's his. And there's Aiden's. And there's Grace's half ate. Tonight ends meals of the week for the first week of doing healthy eating. And I didn't show what I made because it's already in the oven. It's pizza. And I have shown a video before on how I make it. It's the best pizza. I warn you, when you start making it, you'll never be able to do takeout again. So be warned. And I'll share that video here. I have changed. The only thing I've changed different with my pizza now is I am fermenting it for at least 24 hours in the refrigerator. So you make it the same as I always did and let it rise. And after that very first rise, you put it in the fridge for up to 48 hours. I am finding a big difference when we eat the pizza now. It used to be I would eat 2 pieces and feel so full and bloated, like seriously. Now I eat 2 pieces and I feel like I could eat another piece or 2. I'm not going to because I'm still trying to do low carb and I've been good all day with my carbs. So you might be wondering, Lynn, there was no day 6. Day 6 we end up having a very late lunch, very late, like 2:30ish. And I was not hungry at supper time at all. Normally we would have had pizza last night, especially for pizza. And I started getting a bit of a headache also, and my vertigo was acting up like crazy last night. So last night was just leftovers from the week. Anything we had left over, that's what we had last night. So that's why there's no day 6. So yeah, so that's the only thing different I'm doing with my pizza. I cannot get over the difference fermenting it, putting that in the fridge, and that's all you have to do to ferment it. It sounds so, difficult, but that's it. It's just putting it in the fridge for up to 48 hours. So it's in the oven. Tonight it's honey garlic sausage and bell peppers, and the bell pepper is from my garden, and the sauce is made from all ingredients from my garden. So that's pretty cool. I'll show you when it comes out, and we will wrap up this first week. And there's our supper, fresh out of the oven. And that ends week 1 of healthy eating and getting back on track. We start all tomorrow with meal planning again for the week, and I'll bring you along for that. Until then, take care, God bless, and we'll see you all soon.